what's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's Ray, and today is another episode of What's in My Stash. I'm going to be talking about leave-ins and hair milks today, and I have a lot of them, so I am not going to ramble on. I'm trying to get through this really quickly and just tell you that they're in my stash and whether I would repurchase them or not and why. Okay, so in no particular order, let's get started. So the first thing I have is the Allocate Naturals Lemongrass leave-in. I love it. I will repurchase it. I feel like you always need some type of a liquid leave-in because they work best with gels. If you're not familiar with that gel and you want to make sure that it doesn't flake, then a lot of times a liquid leave-in is good for that. So I'll keep that in my stash. The next thing I have is the My L Organics Pomegranate and Honey Leave-In Conditioner. And I will repurchase this as well. I feel like it pairs with quite a few things too. So I love it. It smells great. And I did do a side-by-side leave-in only twist out with this, and it turned out really good. If you haven't seen that, I'll try to link it here, but I used one leave-in on this side and another leave-in on this side. So I'll just go ahead and let me just go ahead and grab that leave-in. So I did a side-by-side with the Mael on one side and the Miche Lavish leave-in conditioner on the other. I'll actually have this, I'll keep this in my stash as well because both sides turned out great. Both sides were moisturized. So yeah, I like both of these and I'll repurchase both of these. I do feel like the Miche has a little bit more moisture than this one, but they're both really good. This one smells really good. This one pairs with more things than this one does so far that I found. Next leave-in I have in my stash is the Unicurl Spray leave-in with aloe. It's kind of separating, as you can see. And I would not repurchase this. I don't think it has enough moisture. I wasn't really happy with it. It streams out instead of sprays, so I don't necessarily care for that. So I will not repurchase this conditioner, but it does smell good, you know, and it's a liquid. So if you want to try it, you like Unicurl and you want to try it, I'd say give it a try, but it's a no for me. Guys, I might have to change my battery soon, so if you see a difference in the filming, that's going to be why. Next thing I have in my stash is the Restore and Repair Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Conditioner from As I Am. And this leave-in conditioner was okay. I like other leave-in conditioners better. I wasn't wowed about this particular conditioner, so I probably will not repurchase it. Next thing I have is the Coconut Water Leave-In Conditioner by Honey's Handmade. You guys know I love this conditioner. I actually have another one, so I have two of these in my stash and I will repurchase these. They're thin enough. So far they paired with whatever I put them with, so I like it. Very moisturizing, has great slip if you're looking for a lot of slip. The next leave-in I have in my stash is the Kinky Curly Not Today Detangler. Of course, it has never been used, and I talked about the gel in another video, and I talked about maybe giving these away for my giveaway this month. I'm not sure, so I don't remember a lot about this, so I can't say a lot about it, but I bought those two because I wanted to revisit them and I just haven't yet. So, but it is in my stash. The next leave-in I have is the Texture by Cantu Leave-In and Rinse Out Hydrating Conditioner. This conditioner I would not repurchase again. It is very affordable. It's a big size, but it just didn't have enough moisture for me or enough slip. So I like to be able to detangle, and this had no slip whatsoever. It is silicone and paraben free. So if you're looking for a leave-in or rinse out conditioner on a budget, you might give it a try. If you don't really care about slip, if you don't detangle with your conditioners and maybe you pre-poo, or you can detangle with your deep conditioner in or something like that, then you may not mind this, but I do have that in my stash. The next thing I have in my stash is the Texture ID 3x Moisture Cream Conditioner with honey. This is a 3x because it's a leave-in, a rinse out, and a co-wash. I'm putting it as my leave-ins right now, and I actually have 2 of them. I love this conditioner. It has a lot of slip. It moisturizes my hair. You get a lot for the money, so it will stay in my stash. The next thing I have in my stash is the Oyen hairdo, and this is a leave-in conditioner as well. Smells really good, and it's a daily moisturizer as well, so it's a 2-in-1. It's not bad. Will I repurchase it? I don't think that I will, just because I have other ones that I like. You know, the Camille Rose I like a lot better, but I will say that I won't say I'll never repurchase it, but it won't be first on my list. But it is, you know, it's pretty good. I just you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this as a leave-in. I use this as a moisturizer more than a leave-in. I want to use it as a leave-in again and see how that works. But yes, this is in my stash as well, and if I get a different feeling for it as a leave-in, I'll come back and let you guys know. But that is in my stash. The next thing I have in my stash is the Shea Moisture Raw Shea Butter Extra Moisture Detangler. That's a long name. Looks like this. I actually have 2 of them, and it comes like this, but I actually just put a spray nozzle on it because I'm not sure why I did that. I think I was just trying to keep this spray nozzle, and I didn't want it laying around on my countertop, so I took the top off of this and put it on this. Either way, you can squirt it out or you can spray it in your hand and then put it on your hair. The point is that it's a very good leave-in. It has a lot of slip to it, so you can definitely detangle your hair with it. That's why it says it's a detangler, but it is not meant to be rinsed out. So it does say that you can use this as a detangler, and you know, before washing your hair, and then in that case it'll get rinsed out. But you also can use it after washing your hair, and you wouldn't rinse it out. So this is in my leave-in selection, and I will repurchase. This next thing in my stash as far as leave-ins is the Talia Wajid Green Apple and Aloe with Coconut Nutrition Leave-In Conditioner. And guys, I have mixed feelings about this. First of all, it's down here, and I'm going to say it because I tried this once in the very beginning of my YouTube channel, and I did a wash and go with this line. The wash and go turned out really nice. I felt like this wasn't that moisturizing when I first put it on my hair, but then it seemed like it got a little bit softer as it sat. So I wanted to revisit this. Make a long story short, I kept the gel. I love the gel, but I didn't keep using this. So I wanted to revisit it. So I repurchased this just recently, and guess what? When I got it and opened the box, this was off, just like what happened to me with the Sotanicals, and most of this was spilled out. So I got about this much left. It is still enough in here for me to try out, so I will see how I like it as a leave-in, and let you guys know, see if my feelings on it has changed. But I've contacted the company and I haven't heard back, so you guys know how I feel about that. And I love the gel. I'ma hate it if they don't call me back and I have to quit talking about them. But anyway, so this is in my stash. Let me know, guys, if you guys use this and if you like it. The next thing I have in my stash is the Texture ID Intense Moisturizing Leave-In Conditioner. Remember, I had the regular 3-in-1, 2 of those, and then I have the leave-in conditioner. It comes in a spray, but it's easier for me to pump when I'm in the shower, so I just put a pump on it. It is a liquid leave-in, so if you're looking for one, you may try this one out. And I've bought this on more than one occasion. Will I buy it again? I don't know, because I kind of like the lemongrass better, as well as the Camille Rose. So I may purchase those as liquid leave-ins before this one, but this is not bad. This, of course, is going to be more affordable than those two. So again, if you're looking for a liquid one, you may give this a try. It's not bad, it smells good, it's affordable, but it is in my stash until I use it up. I only have a little bit left. It's about down to here. So next thing I have in my stash is the Camille Rose Coconut Water Leave-In Detangling Treatment, which you guys know that I love. And it's almost gone as well. As you can see, it's going to end up in my empties pretty soon. But I love this. You can detangle with this. It has a lot of slip. I will repurchase. It'll stay in my stash. The next one is the Curls Blueberry Bliss Reparative Leave-In Conditioner. I love it. I just talked about it in a recent video that I did doing this twist out. I use this leave-in as well as the twist and shout cream. I love it. And here it is. Here's the one that I used. So it's about down to here, and then I have a backup. So yes, I'll keep repurchasing these. Next thing in my stash is the Mayo Organics Moisturizing Avocado Hair Milk. Have 2 of these, and I've had these for a minute. This one's almost gone. This one I've used just a little bit out of it. I am going to use these up, and I probably will not repurchase these again. And I'm saying that because I normally use these as moisturizers as well, and I just don't feel like that they mix well with a lot of other things that I have in my stash. They definitely don't mix well on my hair as a moisturizer, as well as the Camille Rose Curl Love. I like that better. And the other thing about Mayo Organics, why you don't see a lot of her products in my stash is because it's no longer Mayo Organics. It used to be, and you were able to get her products with no sulfates, no silicones, blah, blah, blah. She's since changed it to just Mayo, and some of her products have silicones. And my problem is I want to be able to pull a line and not have to read the ingredient list. Once I find out that you have no silicones, no sulfates and things like that, I don't want to have to read the ingredients list and see if you changed it. And that's what she did with her leave-in. She had a liquid leave-in from this line that I loved. The white peony or something like that that I loved. She went and put silicones in it. So I don't use that anymore. And so this leave-in conditioner doesn't have silicones, but I believe some of the stuff in this line does. And then she has the that Grow Wash, whatever that line is in the red container. That stuff, that Grow Wash, I bought that thinking it had no silicones. It ended up having silicones in it, but it's a nice co-wash if you don't mind silicones. It had great slip and everything, but I just don't want to guess, you know, have to choose. Do I need to read the ingredients on this line out of her line? Do I want to read the ingredients out of this line? So I probably won't repurchase these again, and that's just a personal preference for me. So, and I know that Texture ID just came out with some new products, and the coils or line or something like that. I know some of those have silicones in them, so I'm not even going to try those. I'm going to stick with these because I know that this particular line does not. Now, if they start getting a whole lot of lines that offer all that stuff, then I don't know. But right now, I want to stick to lines that I know that I can go to, and they're going to have good ingredients in them. And so far that I'm getting that from Camille Rose. So far, Shea Moisture doesn't have any silicones and things like that in them. The Oyen, you know, so anyway, so that's where I am on that. Next thing I have in my stash is the Camille Rose Natural Fresh Curl Revitalizing Hair Smoother. It looks like this. I've talked about this numerous times. This is almost gone as well as down to here. And this is great for refreshing. Wash and goes. It's great for a leave-in. I'm sorry, not wash and goes. It's great for refreshing your twist outs. That's what I use it for. I don't use it to refresh my wash and go. I probably could, but I haven't. I've only used it to refresh the twist out, and I used it as a leave-in. It's good for both of those. So yes, I will repurchase. The next thing is the Camille Rose Curl Love Moisture Milk. I love it. Talk about it all the time. I use it as a leave-in. I use it as a moisturizer for the most part, to refresh my wash and goes. I love it. I will repurchase it. Next thing in my stash is the As I Am Leave-In conditioner that looks like this. It's about empty. It's down to here to be in my empty soon. This one is similar texture to these two. I like it, and I probably will repurchase at some point, but not before I use up some of these other leave-in conditioners. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But it smells really good. Oh, it smells really good. I might repurchase it just for the smell. Isn't that horrible? But yeah, it's almost gone. But can you see that? So it's somewhat that same look and consistency as the Shea Moisture. Somewhat looks like the Kinky Curly, a tad bit thinner. But yeah, that's a pretty good leave-in. The next thing I have is the Jane Carter Revitalizing Leave-In Conditioner. It's very much a liquid, and I've had this for a while. I used to use this in the very beginning a lot to refresh my wash and goes when they were shorter, and I just needed to, you know, get a little bit of water. Instead of using plain water, I would use this, and it did the trick. The other thing about this, it says it's a detangler. Haven't used it for that because I detangle in the shower with a regular conditioner. It's pretty thin, so I don't know that it would be good as a detangler, but if you guys have used it and you know, put it in the comment section below. But it's also good as a heat protectant. So that's another thing, that if you're looking for a heat protectant, a 2-in-1, a leave-in and a heat protectant, this may be something that you want to pick up. So if you're out in the hot sun, you can spray it on your hair, so you're getting the moisture, plus you're getting the protection from the sun and the heat from the sun, as well as if you want to use it for some type of heat styling or whatever. So it's in my stash, and I probably will not repurchase it once I finally use it up, because I just don't have to refresh my hair like that with liquid. So my tastes have changed a little bit. The next thing I have in my stash is the Eden Body Works Papaya and Castor Foam Conditioner. This is the sample size. I talked about this. It is a liquid, very much a liquid. But it comes out in a foam, and it's a conditioner. And you're supposed to leave it in. So after you wash your hair, you apply this and you leave it in. I didn't like it when I used the whole line. I do have a review of it on my channel. I didn't feel like it conditioned my hair, gave me any moisture, anything like that. But the curl cream to this line I do like, and the co-wash, and I've talked about those recently. So I do like those. This I don't. I will not finish using this, and I will not repurchase this, but I do have it. I might pass it on, somebody else might like it. Almost done, guys. Then, oh, here's another Curl Love that I have in my stash. So that is 2. Talked about that already. The next thing is the Unicurl Aloe and Coconut 4-in-1 Styler, and I have this in the leave-ins because you can use it as a leave-in. And I will repurchase this because it's a leave-in, a detangler, which I did detangle with it, and it was great for that. It's a curl cream and a moisturizer, and it's good for those. So this one is good for all 4. So yes, I will be repurchasing. The next is the Camille Rose Coconut Water Hydrating Elixir, which is the spray leave-in I was talking about. Used this a few times. I like it. Don't necessarily like the spray nozzle on it because it sprays out in a stream, but it's thick enough that you can put it in your hand and then rub it on your hair, so that's good. It's the ones that are so liquidy, like this one, that you spray it in your hand and it's just not worth it to me. But this one I like. This one I would repurchase. And yeah, not much I can say about it, but I like this. Once I use it up, I'll just put I'll put a pump or something on this one. So next thing I have is the Allicate Naturals Dolce Hydrating Curl Lotion, which is kind of like a leave-in. You can use it as a leave-in, a curl cream, a moisturizer. I've used as the leave-in and the moisturizer. I like it as that. Haven't used it as a curl cream by itself. I don't think that it will work for my particular hair type, but I haven't used it as that, so I can't say for sure. It's about down to here, but I do have a backup already, so I have repurchased, as you can see, and I will repurchase when I use these up. So these are really good. They smell great. Really good to refresh a washing, a twist out. So if you guys are twist out people, it's really good for that. That's what I used it for, and then I used it as a leave-in under a gel for a wash and go. And last but not least for my leave-ins is the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strength and Restore Leave-In Conditioner. I used to love this stuff, kind of got away from it. Just used it again recently and I like it again. I like this because it is, sorry. I like it because it is somewhat thick, but it's very creamy, but it's very light. So when you put it in your hair, it just seeps into your strands. It's just really thin. Although it looks like a cream, it's really thin going on your hair. And because of that, it mixes pretty good with a lot of different gels as well. And it packs moisture even though it's thin. So I love that about it. So yes, I have that in my stash and I will repurchase it when it is gone. And I think, uh-oh, hold on. Almost forgot this one, can't forget this. This one is my last one. The Melanin Multi-Use Softening Leave-In Conditioner. Got this much left. Tried to use it up on my son's hair when I did the side-by-side at pre-poo for him, detangling, and that it didn't use all the way up. And then I think I used it just recently as a pre-poo on my hair, just to kind of soften it up and pull out some shed hairs before I washed it. Still have some. I will say this is a big container. I will say a little goes a long way as far as pre-pooing your hair, you know, getting through the tangles and stuff like that. I won't repurchase it again though because of the price, because you have to order it, and the fact that as a leave-in, it's not enough moisture for me. As a deep conditioner, it's not enough moisture for me. I just feel like it is too thin and just not enough moisture for type 4 hair. My type 4 hair. Now, if you type 4 and you love it, you do you. But for me and my type 4 hair, it's just not moisturizing enough for me. So the only way I am going to use the rest of this up is if I just put it on my hair to soften my hair before I get in the wash, in the shower to wash it, or to detangle my son's hair again for some reason. But yeah, so that is it for what's in my stash for my leave-ins and my hair milks. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Subscribe. I'm still trying to hit that goal of 1,000 subscribers by by April 20th, which is what, a few days away. So get to pushing that red subscribe button. Make sure you're sharing my videos with family and friends. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you tune back in to my channel. I'll be doing what's in my stash, talking about my curl creams next. So if you're interested in that, make sure you come back And until next time, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.